Alright, in this video we're going to talk about the distributive property with integers. So your goal is I can rewrite expressions using the distributive property. Okay, so there are two ways that we're going to do the distributive property. The first way that we're going to do it is called forwards distributive property, and the second way is called backwards distributive property. In this lesson, we're only going to work with forwards distributive property. Backwards distributive property, also called factoring out the GCF, will be in a totally different lesson, okay? It'll be in the next lesson after this one. So we're only going to focus on forwards in this lesson. Okay, so how do you do forwards distributive property? So what you're going to have is a situation with a set of parentheses and two numbers inside those parentheses. Right outside the parentheses, you're going to have a number, okay, or a term. Now, what you're going to do is find that term and you're going to distribute it to the two numbers or the three numbers or however many numbers are inside the parentheses. It'll usually only be two numbers though. Now, the word distribute means to pass out. So like when your teacher asks you to distribute papers in class, she's asking you to pass out the papers. And so this 8 right here is the number that's outside the parentheses. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pass it out to the 5 and we're going to pass it out to the 3. And the way that we do that is we just simply draw some arrows. And so I'm going to pass my 8 out to the 5. And I'm going to also pass it out to the 3. And when I'm passing it out while I'm distributing it, what it means is I'm multiplying it. And so 8 times 5, that's what I'm doing. My operation inside the parentheses is addition, and so that's what I bring down. And then I'm also distributing the 8 to the 3, so 8 times 3. Now I just follow order of operations. 8 times 5 is 40. Plus, that was from the inside, 8 times 3 is 24. Now, 40 plus 24 is 64. Now, let's look at a different situation over here. Here we have 8 minus 6 inside the parentheses. This time the term that we're going to distribute is on the other side. It doesn't matter. We still distribute it, and we still distribute to the first number inside the parentheses first. So even though the 4 is on the right-hand side of the parentheses, we're still going to go back and distribute to this side first. Then we'll distribute to the second number. So 4 times 8, but this time I have a subtraction sign inside. Minus, and then 4 times 6. Now follow my order of operations. 8 times 4 is 32. Then I have my minus. 6 times 4 is 24. 32 minus 24 is 8. Let's take a look at some examples that we can actually work out together. Okay, so here I have my 6 plus 4 inside the parentheses, and my 2 is outside the parentheses. That's the number that I'm going to distribute. So I'm going to draw my arrows because I'm going to distribute to the 6, and I'm also going to distribute to the 4. 2 times 6 is 12. My operation is plus, so I'm going to bring it down, and 2 times 4 is 8. 12 plus 8 is 20, and that's my final answer. All right, let's try another one. Again, here's my parentheses. Here's the number outside. This is the number I'm going to distribute. So I'm going to draw my arrows to show that I know I'm going to pass it out to everybody. 3 times 4 is 12. My operation is addition, so I'm going to bring it down. 3 times 2 is 6. 12 plus 6 is 18. And that's it. All right, let's take a look at another one. Now here's my parentheses. This time the number I'm distributing, the 4, is on the right-hand side. That's okay. I still just go back and I distribute to the first number first. So I'm going to distribute to the 7 first. So 4 times 7 is 28. And then we have an addition sign in the inside, so bring it down. And then 4 times 3 is 12. So 28 plus 12 is going to be 40. All right? Over here we have 8 plus 1 in parentheses, and then we have a 3 outside. Again, he's on the right-hand side, but that's okay. We're still going to distribute to the first number first. So 3 times 8 is 24. My operation inside is addition, so I'm going to bring down my addition sign. And then 3 times 1 is 3. 24 plus 3 is 7. Alright, so here's my parentheses, 7 plus 8. Here's my 2. He's outside and he's attached to the parentheses, so I need to distribute. So 2 times 7 is 14. My operation is addition, so bring it down. And then 2 times 8 is 16. 14 plus 16 is 30. Alright, let's try with this one here. We have 4 minus 1 in parentheses, and then a 3 on the outside to distribute. 3 times 4 is 12. We have a subtraction sign inside, so I'm going to bring it down. 3 times 1 is 3. So 12 minus 3 is going to be 9. Alright, so a couple more examples here. This time it looks like the number we're distributing is on the right-hand side. That's okay. We just need to remember to distribute to the first number inside the parentheses first. So 4 times 10 is 40. Bring down your subtraction sign. 4 times 3 is 12. 40 minus 12 is 28. Remember to always box off your answer. Here again we have 8 minus 4 in parentheses, and our number that we're distributing is on the outside. It's on the right hand side, but we're going to go ahead and distribute to the first number in the parentheses first. 8 times 5 is 40. Here's a subtraction sign. Bring it down. 5 times 4 is 20. 40 minus 20 is 20. Alright, here's 3 problems for you to try, and then we'll check our answers. Alright, go ahead and hit pause if you're not done, and if you are done, let's go ahead and compare answers. So for the first one, when you distributed, you should have gotten 18 plus 42, and that is 60. For the second one, when you distributed, you should have gotten 36 minus 3, which is 33. And for the last one, when you distributed, you should have gotten 99 minus 18, which is 81. Alright, that is the end of this lesson. We're going to do more practice in class, and then in the next lesson, we will take this and go backwards.